guys, we are on a flight right now with Air Mexico up to Hermosillo to see John Knox Dowdy and the Riverside team. Really looking forward to driving around Los Cuarentas, Sicilia, and eating some tacos, man. It's going to be awesome. See you there.
Buenos dias amigos y bienvenido a Hermosillo en Mexico. I'm Liam Hardy with Spotlight Mining and we are on tour to launch Spotlight LATAM. We're going to go and visit Riverside Resources first. We're going to have a look around their office with Erika, and then we're going to visit Sicilia and Los Cuarentas and see some of the geology that makes this area special.
Liam, welcome to our office in Hermosillo. This is a pleasure to have you. We have about...
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, definitely. So we have about 20 people working here. All BHP team, the Cuarentas team, the Sicilia team, and obviously the generative team. So I can't wait to show you that.
Let's go meet some people.
Exactly.
My name is Abelardo Peña. I have been working for Riverside Resources for the last 8 years. I'm in charge of the GIS department in Mexico. GIS is a geographic information system in which we collect all the information that the geos generate in the field. So we put all that information in our server in a digital version. At this moment we are running different projects. We have Los Cuarentas, we have Sicilia, we have the copper program in running at this time. So it's a challenge when we have a lot of data that we need to collect, process, and construct our databases.
I'm Jorge Cárdenas and I am part of the accounting team here in Mexico. I've been working here for 9 years. The best thing of working here is the change, because it's a company of change and we have to study a lot of things of Mexican law as well Canadian law. So it's not always the same. We have to change and to improve our work.
Mi nombre es Edgardo López Ruiz, trabajo con Riverside Resources, trabajo en el área de logística y seguridad. Trabajamos en equipo y hacemos un mejor trabajo, ¿no? Disfrutamos mucho lo que hacemos y eso hace que todo salga bien y salga adelante.
So John Mark, we've just driven from Hermosillo and now we're in Riverside. Tell us about this town and what we're doing here.
Riverside is a mining town. Immediately to the south are some of the other mining in Sonora, and this highway that we've driven is the old Jesuit route, the route that goes up the Rio Sonora, up different rivers, and these rivers actually have been key for the development of mining, but particularly of people. And we saw a lot of ranches, we saw a lot of cattle. All of that is typical here in this part of Sonora, Mexico.
And that's still very active here? There's still a lot of farming and people living here?
Yeah, you know, it's really important. We work with them very much. They're actually working with us. And one of the things we definitely see when we're with those people here is that they embrace living with the land. So it really does work, where we have good community relationships, a lot of ranchers, and yeah, we see a lot of cattle here, a lot of farming.
Yeah. Where are we off to next?
So next we'll actually drive, very nice drive from here to the Cuarentas project, where we're drilling with Hochschild. And at Cuarentas we really like the vein system, so we'll see some of the veins.
We're actually getting into the volcanic field. It's a tertiary volcanic field in this area. So you're looking at what we call a graben, so it's a depression that we're in right now. And in this depression, it's filled in with tertiary volcanics. There is a lot of alteration. So in this area you have a lot of extensional features, and the regional zone is extremely altered. When it's extremely altered, you're gonna see those different colors over the hills. It's gonna be red, orange, like all the colors, and it's really beautiful. So you have like this very good system, epithermal system out there. It's kind of hard to define exactly sometimes where you are in the system, because what's specific about northwest Sonora is you get a lot of horst and graben and tilting of your blocks, and so you kind of sometimes lose track a little bit of kind of like the bigger picture. So you just got to put the puzzle back together, right? You're going to find tourmaline breccia, and are very typical when you get into higher sulfidation system and porphyry style system as well. So it's very interesting. So welcome to camp, and this is very exciting for us to have you guys at camp. And but before anything, we gotta take a temperature test. Gotta sanitize your hands, and you know, this is the new normal, right?
COVID times, eh?
Exactly, COVID times. Something that is very important is we all live here at camp, and anybody coming from outside camp, they have to follow the rule. They have to take a COVID test. We cannot afford for any company, not just for us, but for anybody, to have COVID at camp. You're seeing just right here is the core shack, the masterpiece of camp. The first thing you do in the morning or at night when we receive the boxes, you lay them down over there. We check it, we do quick log, just to have something really seamless. We have everything uploaded in our database, and anybody from the management can actually see it from distance, because the biggest challenge we had with COVID is that it's travel. We cannot travel all the time, so we have to have people that stay here either longer term, or when they go back home, they cannot come back anytime as they want. So when we received the core, we had our geo that were actually at the rig originally that did the orientation of the core. They make sure that everything is just put back together. It's a puzzle, right? So we're putting the puzzle back together, and that's what you see right here, all the red and blue lines over here. So that shows you the downhole and how good the orientation of the core was done. We have a procedure. We go through lithology, mineralization, structures, and we actually use the IQ logger from Reflex as well, which is very interesting, because every time you take a measurement on the rock, directly it's switched into our database, and you can see how things are moving in current time. The next things to do is sampling. And as we sample, so we actually use aluminum foil to keep the whole core together. So when you cut it, you know, you don't lose much. As of here, for example, we had a really good intersection. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with that. Once we're done with logging, we come here, bring the samples over here, and we give it to Esteban, our core cutter, and it just gets done, gets bagged, and sent to the lab. So then we're waiting for the results. So let's have a look at the office now, and get ready to have a look in the field as well. Hey!
Hey, how you doing?
Very well, man. What are you up to right now?
I'm actually working with the cross sections of the drilling and trying to project the next intersection on the current hole. Right now, I mean, we're in the middle of a big program with drilling, soil sampling, stream sediment sampling, and trenching, and we're comparing that with mapping as well. So we're developing other targets besides the ones we know and we're drilling right now. So I think that's kind of cool because I mean we're extending our knowledge on the project and hopefully it's going to be good for our partners.
Well, here we're at the Santa Rosalia main vein mine, and the thing I really like about it is the historic production. Historically started mining in the 1950s along this large east-west structure. In this region in Sonora, these east-west structures are quite prolific. And here we have a vein that's dipping to the north, but particularly to the south. So we're drilling from the south across it and getting those intercepts. So very excited to see at depth in a long strike what might we be able to find for more tonnage. We know there's grade, there's previous operations here, and we also like the potential of the overall larger district. So this area here, as we look back at some of the alterations, the goethite and some of the clay, we know they have after sulfide, and need enough drilling, we're also finding lots of sulfide. So excited to be here.
That's great, yeah. So what you're aiming to hit right now is very similar to what they were mining historically at this mine, right?
Yeah, we really think so. And the thing we really like is that the extension. The team has found continuity of this going along to the south and to the east, really making it much larger. So we hope to find similar grade, but particularly a lot more tons.
Brilliant. And we're going to go see some of that drilling now, I think.
We'll go right there next.